And I see you
Mm-hmm.
got some more work with Tank. Um, how many
Um,
total rounds have you sparred
11,
with him?
11 rounds in total. Yeah,
11 rounds. And the first time we spoke, you told me a little bit, but in the second time, you know how it is. It's like different
yeah,
looks, more rounds, different looks and stuff. I kind of wanted like to, hear your beliefs on the second time you got
yeah,
to, work with him and what do you really think about him,
yeah. Not
moving forward in
the
this
second
fight
time
coming
it
up.
was definitely more more action. Like I made sure I stood there. Like we was banging it out. I boxed. We stood in the pocket. Like the first time was more like a me, moving. Like I didn't really. And then the second time I was more engaging more. But um, yeah, and the second time I felt like he took it like like I feel like the first time he didn't really go too crazy, but the second time like we both was but yeah, like I said, the power is real. He definitely hit hard and everything. So I'm leaning towards Tank on that side when it comes to that fight.
Now, did he hit you with like a specific shot
Nah. I
that
ain't
had you
get
like,
hit
whoa?
with nothing like that. But I'm like you could just feel like his strength, like his like he's very explosive. Like because there was some shots that if he would have caught me with, it would have been like oof. But you know managed to just my box. That's it.
I've talked to numerous of people that sparred him, and the most common thing that I get, and you tell me if you believe it's true. Um, he makes you feel like you're in control, and then he waits for
Yeah,
that shot. Would that be a great assessment of
yeah,
like how
I
he
could see
he
that
takes his
because
work?
he'll he'll like walk you down or like he'll let you control like he'll let me walk him down, right? And out of nowhere, like he'll just turn that shit around, just start walking you down, like high guard, just walk you down, and then try to just land, like explosive big shots and shit. But yeah, my defense was like it was on point, so but for somebody that's staying there is yeah, it's gonna be hard.
Now, what would I also seen video clips of him giving you some tips?
Oh,
What
now
was
he
he
was just
telling
saying
you? What was
like
Tank
whenever
telling
I'm
you?
boxing or I'm on a back foot, just sit down on my punches, cause and I'm glad that was what's up that he mentioned that, cause um me and my pops was working on that too, like sitting down more on my punches. So when he pointed that out, I was like, damn, that's crazy. And he didn't even have to say that. So when he did, I was like, yeah, he a cool dude, humble. Yeah, yeah,
Right. Now, when you say cool dude and humble, you spend like 11 rounds with him. Outside the ring, obviously you guys get to chitter chat. Um, what did you get out of that? And from that experience,
um,
from the second
nah,
time.
yeah. The second, cause the first time I sparred him, it was before my fight, and then the second time it was like the week or like the week after I fought. So when he seen me, he came like straight up to me, like he dropped his shit and was like, "Yo, you won, you fought," and I was like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Damn," my head, I'm like, "Damn," like he like the face of boxing, so for him to come up to me and be like, "Yo, what's up?" Like, you won your fight? Oh, that's good, that's good. Like, I was like, "Damn, that's what's up." Like, but yeah, it was definitely the experience was great both times. That's yeah, you can't go wrong with that. It was a great experience.
And it's funny that you say that because, you say he's the face of boxing, and arguably some people will say, Canelo's still that just due to the Mexican fan base. But, he's also the future of boxing as well, because it seems to me that his fan base is very gravitated to a young fan base. So that obviously that while you move up and you get older, they stay rocking with you. Kind of like
Yeah,
Jake
yeah,
Paul. He got like a young fan
yeah.
base,
That's what I'm
and people
saying. Yeah,
coming
because
to him.
he's more like if you talking about if you talking about history and skill and like what's it called, like what he done and all that, like as far as weight class, then yeah, you could go go towards Canelo. But if you
accolades.
talk about pay-per-view stats, you talking about skill because he's talented and skillful. You talking about then of course Tank popping. You know what I'm saying?
Who's
So
popping?
that's all I meant by like he the face of boxing right now. Because yeah, so
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad that like you mentioned it because you're 19 years old. I'm talking to Calvin Ford, and I'm about to talk to Kenny later on in an hour. And that's what we mentioned. We mentioned that he's the youth. He, he's right now 27 years old, but it's that young crowd and that's really in boxing. As a boxing coach myself, I see that we need more young talent to step in there younger in the gym, no matter
yeah,
if it's to get out the streets or it's just he's just more
yeah,
impactful for the sport,
facts.
I believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know if it's because the rappers gravitate to him or
Yeah,
whatever it is, the tattoos. I don't know, but he definitely. And then, like you said too, he has this mean guy demeanor in there, but
nah,
outside the
yeah,
ring,
he
you just
cool.
don't see that.
That's true. Yeah, that's what a lot of people gravitate to. You know, I feel like to really be big and make it in the
Mm.
sport of boxing, like you gotta have it all. And I'm not just talking about like skills and you gotta have the looks, the style, the image. You gotta be marketable. You gotta be. There's a lot of shit that's just besides your skills gonna take you to that level, but to be that pay-per-view star, you gotta have it all. So yeah, definitely.
I agree. You said that you sparred him the first time around, then you had a fight. You took some of those, put the weight in the back foot advice, and did you feel like your opponent
Um,
felt your presence more?
yeah, and I was the one. It's crazy because I was the one like walking him down the whole fight. Like even though that's probably his game was just boxing, but I literally like from round one to round six, I was just controlling the whole fight. Just sitting on my punches, just walking him down. So yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. So
Lit, lit, lit. Yeah, man, I can't wait to see you back in the ring. You're starting to build a lot more popularity. I wanna make sure that we carry that while moving
yeah,
forward. Only 19 years old, 5-0 prospect. Um, so you just definitely keep it up, man. And like when we talk about guys like Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson that's fighting tonight, um, and then you shared the ring with Tank. I mean, talk to me. What are some of the things that people don't talk about him being in the ring besides the power and the explosiveness? Because at the end of the day, you know, he is like one, like you said, the face of boxing, but in the same time, people do want to
yeah,
see him against those type of names. Um, double back on that, talk to me about what people should really look
um,
out for when we watch Tank
I,
Davis
I don't
fight.
know him too much personally, or like to that level where like, but yeah,
11 rounds though, it's like you
yeah,
you
that's what
could
I'm
definitely
saying. Yeah,
pick
it
up a
was
lot of
definitely
things.
you could tell that he not like I don't know. He just seemed like he want to just get everybody, fight everybody, and then just because the energy they have, like his whole team and shit. That shit is, I don't know. It's motivating to others, and I feel like especially with him taking this fight, like he's just gonna keep after this fight. It's like no going back down to like he's gonna be fighting straight elite fighters. So it's kind of like with me sparring him and stuff. Like yeah, I don't know. It just shows it just shows a lot though. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hopefully you'll be able to get some more rounds
Mm-hmm.
in with him and stuff like that. But ever since that experience, man, like how's it been as far as for your career goes? I mean, I'm sure you've gotten a lot of publicity off of it, but in the same time, I'm sure people
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
be able to step in the
man.
ring with you.
It was crazy because I would go to like different gyms, or I'll be outside and I'll go to a regular 24-hour fitness gym or something like that. And somebody would come up to me, like, "Oh, you spot Tank?" Or I'll be on an app and be like, "Oh, you spot Tank, right?" And I'm like, "Damn, that's crazy." And yeah, but it definitely gained a lot of exposure. And not even off of that, it's just crazy to me too that like I only had 12 amateur fights and I'm in there, like, you know, I'm supposed to be, realistically, I'm supposed to be getting stopped and spawned. Like, you know, I got no experience, like, amateur-wise, even though I don't really, it does play a big part, but it don't really matter. So when I could show that I could
Mm-hmm.
stand my own,
Mm-hmm.
you know, my own ground, and yeah,
So most importantly, it did
yeah,
something to you internally, like, yo, you know,
yeah,
fuck them 12 amateur fights. You know, I'm still 5-0,
facts.
but I
That's
know
exactly
what's
how I'm
ahead
looking
of
at
me.
it. Yeah, and I spar, you know, like, I spar like a bunch of dudes that's like elite world champion fighters, and like, you know, so it was just definitely like motivating and shit for me. So yeah.
Now,
My
who's
pops,
coaching you now?
yeah, my pop, yeah, me been coaching me
Your
since I was
pop?
like 8 years old, since I started. Yeah,
Shout out to your pops too. You know, when he reached out to me, uh, it's a good estimate of like what a father should do as far as being at that point when you know that your son could possibly be at that elite level. It's not just what you do in the ring;
yeah,
it's also things that you do outside the ring, like getting these interviews for you, doing things outside the ring. You know, I remember you telling me like it just happened to be God that put you in the predicament of that you pulled up to that gym
yeah,
and they said they needed work at the time. Now, the second time
mm-hmm,
around, I'm sure there was a phone call, right?
yeah.